Morning, everybody. Thank you for joining in the Small Business Boot Camp for this Tuesday, May 2nd. I still can't believe we're in May. This year is just flying by. I'm glad you're here with us. I'm your host, Robert Theobald, Small Business Ombudsman and Vice President of Small Business Services at the Arizona Commerce Authority. And we've got a great lineup for you today. We're excited for today's presentation. As we like to do, we like to start out by thanking all of our community partners. This is just a sample of our community partners. Today is, I guess, our official first session of our third year. Last Thursday was the 3-year marker for the Small Business Boot Camp. And throughout those 3 years, we've had a number of community partners that have provided their time, their effort, and their expertise, and we could not do these boot camp sessions without them. Those new to the boot camp, it is a webinar series that we host every Tuesday morning that provides expertise in all different areas of your business. We know you are an expert at your specific item that you started your business for, but as a small business owner, you have to do everything within the realm of the business. And so these boot camps are there to help you plan your business and prepare and grow and learn those other parts of your business to help you be more effective and efficient. Beyond just the webinars every Tuesday morning, we have some workshops that we do throughout the year, and we also have a content library. The content library is a great resource. It is where we house all of our webinars. We've recorded all these webinars over the last 3 years, and we've got over 250 recorded webinars that you can review in the content library. And as you see there, you can sort through 7 different categories to help narrow down that list so you're not having to scroll through all 250 plus. And it is an amazing resource. You can go back and review any of those at any time. There's no cost. And you can also share the links. We also include the slide decks from the presenters, so you can download those to help you follow along or review some of the content they may have shared that you're interested in. So that is a great resource. Some other resources and programs that the Arizona Commerce Authority has available for small business is the Arizona Career Readiness Credential. Great tool for your businesses as you're looking to hire people. You can have your potential candidates go through one of these programs or look for that credential. There's the Arizona Innovation Challenge. We have our Arizona MEP, Manufacturing Extension Partnership, Arizona State Trade Expansion Program. This is a program for all of you that are looking to export your goods and services to markets outside of Arizona, whether it be other states or international markets. Then we have Arizona at Work that can help with employment readiness services, and then our small business services, which I oversee. We can help with navigating a lot of the no-cost programs throughout the state and other programs that help support your business, along with licensing, registration, and compliance items. And speaking of that, we have our small business checklist. Our small business checklist is a premier tool. It's an online interactive resource to help small business owners, new business owners, or businesses looking to expand to understand the commonly requested licensing, registration, and compliance needs at the local, state, and federal levels. It is an amazing resource with a ton of information, and you can find that on our website, or if you Google small business checklist for Arizona, it should pull it up. I believe we're going to post the link in the chat as well. So we want to look at a few of our upcoming sessions before we jump into today. Next week, we have the 6 elements of an effective talent acquisition strategy. Then we have driving results with generative artificial intelligence marketing. Heard a lot about AI and ChatGPT and all of that. So we are having one of our AI experts come on and talk about it. And Botco AI is also who provides our virtual assistant on our checklist. So we're excited to have them with us. And then on May 23rd, we have small business and HR, reduce risk, save money and time. So we got a couple HR related ones coming up that are very important. So hope you can attend all of those. And we have a great summer lineup as well. So we do continue this all throughout the summer. With that, we're going to jump into today's session. We have Taylor Wellman, co-founder of Financial Potion. Taylor has been with us before. She is an amazing presenter and extremely knowledgeable when it comes to video. And so she's going to talk about her video roadmap today. We're excited. So Taylor, I'm going to stop sharing and turn the time over to you.
Awesome. Well, thank you again so very much for having me. I'm very grateful to be a part of this organization and helping fellow business owners be more successful. And what we're going to be discussing today is how to not collect digital dust and the video distribution roadmap. Because a big problem that people will have is that they'll create a video, but then they really don't know where to post it and where their audience is. So we do have a decent group with us today. So if you have any questions, please post them in the Q&A. And then at the end of the presentation, I will make sure to go through and answer all of those questions. I do apologize for my voice today. We're going to rock through this, and you're going to be confident at the end of this presentation to post your videos and to get the views that you deserve for the work that you've done. So really quick, this is a recap because I've actually done quite a few presentations with the Arizona Commerce Authority. We've had the pleasure of, I want to say it's been at least 6 times or so. And so make sure that you take a look at that library and you're able to actually watch the presentations where I go more in depth on what these videos are. But really quickly, the 3 types of videos that every single industry should be producing are introduction videos. And I say introduction videos because if you have multiple target audiences, let's use our realtors, for example. They have target audiences for buyers, sellers, and investors. You don't necessarily want to make a too long of a video putting all those target graphics in one introduction video. Instead, create an introduction video that's going to target those specific people. Reviews and testimonials. Your third-party validation is key. People always look at reviews before they buy something. They want to know what are other people's experiences with your product or service. And so the more testimonials and reviews you have, the better. Those are real people talking about their real stories and why they really do love working with you. And then third, those are your SSME videos, your search and subject matter expert videos. Those are going to be the videos that you're producing most of the time, and they're going to just show that you know what you're talking about and that you truly are the subject matter expert. Value-based marketing is the new viral. Whenever you are actually sharing information, when you're helping people, people are more likely to reshare that information. And then when they are ready to buy, they're going to go to you because you're the one that has built that trust. Okay, so now we know what types of videos we should be producing. And again, make sure you look in the library to watch the presentation where we go in even more depth on this. Now it's a matter of your video distribution roadmap. As you can see, step 1 is to create the actual video. And you can do this separately or on many cases on the actual apps. For myself, since we are a video marketing company, we produce pretty much everything outside of the apps. We are able to add more editing into them. We're able to use our higher quality cinema cameras. It just makes more sense. But think about what works best for you and what's going to help your campaigns, whether it is using the apps or creating them separately. But once you have those videos created, you can go down the road and you'll see that number 2 is to upload and optimize on YouTube. YouTube is going to always be your first spot to post, no matter what businesses you're in. Notice there's only 1, 2, and the rest of the platforms that we're going to talk about today are kind of optional because we're going to talk about the demographics that are in those platforms and whether you should actually use your time and effort to post to them. But no matter what, no matter who your target audience is, you need to be posting to YouTube. And there's a few reasons for that. In the United States, 95% of all 18 to 29-year-olds are on YouTube. And 91% of all 30 to 49-year-olds are on YouTube. Think about yourselves. How often are you going on YouTube on a daily or weekly basis to find an answer? And that's typically why people are going on there. They want to find an answer or they want to be entertained. Over 122 million daily active users are watching 1 billion hours a day worldwide. And so people are engaged on YouTube, they are watching YouTube. When you look at the demographics, a little over half identify as male, while the other, little less than half identify as female. We do put a little asterisk on that because many people will share an account. I know, for example, like my husband and I, we share a YouTube account sometimes. And so there's a little bit of, a mix when it comes to that type of demographic. But the key here, and the biggest reason why I tell everyone they absolutely have to go on YouTube, is because it's the second most used search engine. It's not really a social platform. It's truly a search engine. And it's the second most visited website worldwide. When people are looking for answers, when they want to know how to bake a cake, how to set up a crib, how to start a business, people are actually looking on YouTube because they want to just watch a video and learn. People retain more information when it's given in a video compared to when they have to read it or only listen to it. Studies actually say people will retain 95% of the information in a video. And so when people are wanting answers, they're going to YouTube, they're going in the search bar, they're asking their question, and then videos are populating for results. In addition to that, Google is the #1 used search engine, and Google has owned YouTube since 2008. And so many times when you're also searching on Google, it will populate some YouTube results for some of your answers that you're trying to find. And there's a lot of tools that we'll be discussing, some SEO tools within YouTube that are indexed by Google. And so Google really does want you to use video, and they really want you to use YouTube when you're posting your videos. So what are the types of videos you should be posting to YouTube? Literally any video, your introduction videos, your testimonials and reviews, your product and service overview videos, your SSME, search and subject matter expert videos. The only videos that would not go on YouTube would be very client-specific videos. Perhaps you have an email campaign where you're reaching out to clients in the stage of their cycle to give them updates. Those videos you would keep unlisted and private and would not be something that you publicly are posting all the time. Okay, so I said we're going to talk about some of the search engine optimization tools within YouTube. I'm going to go through what each of these tools are, but we're not going to go necessarily in super depth on how to do all of them because this by itself is a whole hour course. And so make sure that you also subscribe to our YouTube channel because we do have videos that go through each of these steps in a little more depth. So #1 is your title. Whenever you're on your wall and you're scrolling on YouTube, those first 30 characters are what's seen. And so you really want to make the first 30 characters something that's eye-catching, something that's going to be answering the question that someone could be posting in the search bar. But then utilize the final 40 characters to please the search engines. So for example, how to is the #1 used search phrase. The more you can put how to into your titles, the more it's going to help with your searchability. And so let's use an example of a pool cleaner. And so it could be, no more manually cleaning your pool. How to clean your pool without manual labor. That's something that if I was a pool owner, I do not want to have to spend hours or get hours back in your day, stop cleaning your pool. That would intrigue me. And then again, with that how to, it's going to please the search engines by adding that how to. Descriptions. Descriptions are 2,000 character long, keyword rich pieces of content. And I know sometimes people go, my goodness, 2,000 characters, that's a lot. It's really not, because you're allowed up to 5,000 characters in this box. But what you want to do is you want to structure your description in a 4-part format. Part 1 is actually just a restatement of your title. So truly just restate your title, but then add a call to action. Again, we're in business. We're not here just to be YouTube creators. We want to get people to that next step in the sales cycle. And so we'll just keep on with our pool cleaning example. We can say, purchase your pool cleaner today, and then add a link. And you absolutely need to make sure that you're adding the full URL, the full HTTPS / the whole gamut, or else it won't be clickable. And we want to make it as easy as possible for people who find our content to go on to that next step, to click on the link and to purchase. And so if it is an extremely long URL, you may want to consider getting a bit.ly link. So then that way you can then have that nice little piece in there to have the call to action, because ideally you want that first part to fit in the first 3 to 4 lines max. And again, just a friendly reminder, please make sure if you have any questions, put it in the Q&A box, because it will get lost in the chat. So please, Q&A box for any questions. Second part of your description writing to make it search engine optimized for Google and YouTube is actually a full transcription of the actual video. This is where if you actually script your videos, you could be saving a lot of time. And so you would put your full script in there, or at least a full synopsis about what the video is about. Your third part to description writing can actually be done in your upload default section. So then that way it automatically gets added every time you add a video. That is your general explanation about you, your business, your products and services. So this is something that's going to be the same no matter if it is a product overview, an SSME video, or a testimonial review. You're still the same company, the same entrepreneur. And so all that information for part 3 would stay the same. Part 4 is your stay connected section. That's where you're going to add additional links to your social media accounts and to other places on your website where you want people to go and visit. And so that, again, can be established in your upload default section, because it's something that no matter what the video is, you're going to want to provide those links. And so you would have that at the very bottom of your description. Within your description, within that second part, if you do have a video that's longer than 3 minutes, you may want to consider adding chapters. So chapters are pinpoints within your video of where certain topics are being discussed. So let's say, for example, again, our pool cleaning product. We start at the beginning with explaining the problems with cleaning a pool and how time consuming it is. Then at 1 minute, we introduce the solution and we introduce our product. Then maybe at 1:50, we're talking about the maintenance of that particular product. What you can do in your description is put in those actual time codes, and then it will make a marker, a chapter marker, where people can jump to those areas. But the other benefit of it is Google indexes all of those chapter points. And so now your video can not only just get found for the actual video, but in Google, your video can also just get populated for that singular chapter result. So chapters can be extremely beneficial for those longer videos. Tags. These are not hashtags. These are just words and phrases and common misspellings that you'd want to attach and tag that video with. And so when someone is in the search bar, what are going to be those phrases or those words, or again, those misspellings that people might be putting in that search bar that you would then want that video be attached to then go ahead and populate in that search result? A custom thumbnail. So whenever you're scrolling on the wall, you always want to look for a thumbnail that shows it's going to be answering your question. An ideal thumbnail should include a title or some sort of text that's answering the question of what the video is about, as well as a smiling face or a face pointing to something, or a confused face, something that's going to mirror what the emotion is of that video, but show who they're going to be talking with. If you look at the YouTube uploads, whenever you just upload a video, it's always that like mid expression look, and it's never attractive, and it's not going to be beneficial to you. So make sure you take the time to upload a custom thumbnail, or what you could do is download TubeBuddy, which we'll talk about. And TubeBuddy can absolutely help you just create a thumbnail right there on the platform. Location tag. Location tags are super important if you have a brick and mortar. So if someone were to search you on Google and it populates an actual address, you want to make sure that you put those location tags also in your video uploads. End screens. So if you look at this red box here, these are examples of end screens. They are elements that come at the very end of a video, the last 20 seconds of a video. So a video needs to be at least 25 seconds long to add them. Those could be links to either other videos or playlists to watch. You always want to encourage people to stay on your content. The circle is your profile picture that's going to convince people to subscribe to your content, so they're always up to date. And then once you've reached certain thresholds and certain requirements of YouTube, you'll be able to then add a link that goes right to your website. It's extremely powerful for businesses to just have that link that goes easily to the website for people to purchase the product or book a meeting with you. Cards are very similar to end screens. They are represented by that little eye icon. So if you ever see that eye icon on the upper right-hand corner, that means there are cards attached to this video. Cards are features throughout the video that you can add. And so the most common uses for cards are to keep people on track. So for example, let's say you have a video series, maybe we're on video 2 of that series. Within the first 30 seconds, we would want to link back to video 1 of the series. You could have a little teaser text that says like, have you watched video 1? And then it would link back to that video. So you're keeping people in order of where they should be. And then again, once you've reached the level to be able to link back to your website, you can then add a card that links right to your website anywhere within the video. You don't have to wait till the end. Transcriptions. Transcriptions are probably the most tedious task, but they can be the most beneficial to you. We've seen our clients skyrocket in their search results when they do this step and correct the transcriptions. So if you see here at the bottom of the toolbar, you'll notice that CC button, the closed captions button. Google and YouTube are automatically going to do those closed captions. They're automatically going to be putting in the content that they hear in the video. And my goodness gracious, it has gotten so good. It is very close, but it still tends to get things like your business name wrong and how you spell your name. And you want to make sure that those are correct, not only for the hard of hearing or for people who are reading along, but because Google is indexing that content. And so you want to make sure that your business name, your name are spelled correctly. So if someone were to put it in a search result or in a search bar in Google, it has a better chance of being showed up in the search. And last but not least, playlist placement. Every single video that you produce should get put into at least one playlist. I always suggest that you have a catch-all playlist that's just the name of your business, and then have other more specific playlists. And so, for example, with our pool cleaning, we could have ABC Pool Cleaning Company as our #1 playlist, but then there could be a subcategory of like maintaining your machine. Reviews, there could be a fun video section or something like that. And so there's lots of opportunities with that of different categories. And then you just place your video in any category it fits. And then you want to make sure that your playlist has an actual description attached to it, because the playlists are also searchable. So now again, you can get found for the video, found for the playlist, and found for the chapters. I know that was really fast. Like I said, we do have a full course just on this. Now, I want you to take note of these two icons I just put, these two logos. The first one is TubeBuddy, and the other one is vidIQ. You can download or really add those extensions to your browser for free. Now, they do have paid subscriptions, and of course, the paid subscriptions are going to give you more content. It's going to give you more suggestions of what to do for your title to make it more searchable, what to do for your tags to make it more searchable. But even with the free accounts, it's going to give you an SEO rating. And so you always want to make sure that for TubeBuddy, you're getting 80% or higher. For vidIQ, you want to get at least a 43 out of 50, and you're going to get like a green light. You want to always be in the green because that means you did what you can do to make it fully search engine optimized. So I absolutely love using TubeBuddy and vidIQ. Again, the paid services just gives you that much more information to work with. And the cool thing with TubeBuddy also is right there in the platform, you can create a custom thumbnail. And so it makes it really simple for people who are not graphic savvy or who don't have a Canva account to just make a decent thumbnail to use. And now let's talk about YouTube Shorts, because YouTube Shorts are really popular and are that competition to, IG Reels and to TikTok. Those are going to be those vertical display videos, so 16:9 aspect ratio, and they're going to be about 15 to 60 seconds long. 70% of YouTube total watch time is mobile. And so that's another reason why they really want to push YouTube Shorts. And there are 15 billion YouTube Shorts viewed daily because they're short, they're digestible, and people can continue on and scrolling on. So obviously you're not going to be posting your full length videos on a YouTube Short. These are really great to use for teaser clips to your longer videos. Like that's what we have over here in the corner. It's a little teaser to a longer training video. Announcements or just random fun are great things to add as shorts. Another cool thing about vidIQ, you're going to see here in the bottom left-hand corner, are the advanced embed code features that they have. Right now with YouTube, if you go on embed your YouTube video on your website, it's still going to show that checkerboard of other options of videos to watch once that video is complete. And the checkerboard is based on the search results of that particular viewer. And so you can't control what videos show up on that checkerboard. And so you do want to make sure that you go ahead and use these advanced embed code features when you're embedding on your website. So then that way you can make sure to not show related videos. Ideally, you just want your video to play, your video to end, and maybe even to loop the video for your website. So once your video is over, it just goes on and plays again. And so again, you can use the embed code to add it to your website, add it to your newsletters. You can use the direct links and add a link in your email signature. So your video pops up as a little thumbnail on the bottom of your email signature. Use them as blogs. Pinterest is really great. Whenever you have a blog, it's always great to add a video onto your blog page. And then you can use that blog video in Pinterest, linking back to your blog. And then Patreon is a membership-based account where, again, you can use your YouTube links to link back to your Patreon account. Okay, so now we're going to be continuing on our journey here in our distribution roadmap. And yes, again, that advanced embed code features in order to not have the suggested checkerboard is with vidIQ. We're going to talk about Twitter for just a little bit. Yes, it is still a thing. It is still around. I know some people have been wondering, but Twitter is still alive and popping. Worldwide demographics, as you can see, majority 25 to 49-year-olds. So now that we're venturing beyond YouTube, you really need to start thinking about who is your target demographic? And then that's going to better help you decide where to spend your efforts and where to actually post these videos. The United States actually has the most Twitter users with 76.9 million. And ads could reach 27.3% of all Americans over the age of 13. And so we are here in the United States. And so if your clientele is in the United States and fits within that age demographic, you may want to consider still posting to Twitter. And the types of videos that are great for Twitter are any type of announcements, definitely reviews and testimonials, that third-party validation. And again, those SSME videos, people want to be educated. They want to get value. They want to learn things. And the more that you're the one teaching them, you're building that trust. Again, that was really the point of video marketing, is to build that trust so that people are excited to work with you. And so then after Twitter is my personal favorite, and that's LinkedIn. LinkedIn is by far my favorite platform, because when you look at the LinkedIn demographics, so majority it's an older demographic and it's a more affluent demographic. You're looking at 30 to 64-year-olds as majority of the age group there. And I know some people think that, oh, it's just for people looking for work. And really, it's a split between that. And as you can see, over 50% identify as male, but this is really the key driver right here. Yes, there are a lot of people on there looking for work. We actually literally just hired an editor we found through there. It was fabulous. It was like the fastest experience I had of finding someone. I've used Upwork, I have used ZipRecruiter, I've used so many different sites, but actually using LinkedIn to try to find talent was amazing. But the other thing is that within the LinkedIn demographics, 4 out of 5 people drive business decisions. And that's because they are the business owners, they are the CEOs, they are the CMOs. And so if you are a B2B business like I am, you need to be living on LinkedIn. You need to be regularly posting on LinkedIn, because that's where you're going to get your videos shared, and you're going to be able to find more people that do need your services and that are going to reach out to you. Twitter is more the B2C. I didn't mention that before. So Twitter is more the business to consumer platform. So the types of videos that you want to be posting onto here, really, again, SSME videos. You want to show that you are a subject matter expert that can be trusted, that has great information. I don't think we've ever put a sales video on there. If it was, maybe it was a video to talk about an event that we're doing, but very rarely do we actually just sell to people on these videos. You want to just show that you are someone that can be trusted, that knows what they're talking about. And so really, utilize your SSME videos. And if you get any reviews or testimonials, tag them. Make sure that you're connected on LinkedIn and tag them in that particular post. So now we're moving up to Facebook. And you're going to notice that Facebook and YouTube live on totally 2 different ends of town, because they are in deep competition with each other. Facebook wants to be the ruler of your attention and the one that you're always going to see content. But obviously, we know that YouTube is also the winner in that realm. And so I see a lot of times that people will use a YouTube link to post to Facebook. That's a big no-no. You definitely don't want to do that. Whenever a platform has an uploading system, use their own uploading system and use their scheduling system, because the algorithms can tell if you used a third-party system or if you went directly to their system. And obviously, if the developers developed a way for you to upload videos onto their own system, they want you to use their own tools. And so make sure that you're always directly uploading the videos to Facebook. And when you look at the demographic, it has been dwindling throughout the years, and it's getting older throughout the years. And so really, that 25 to 45 is that sweet spot, and it's B2C. And so I know, like, some of my clients do skincare. They do really well on Facebook and Facebook marketing, because it's something that that demographic cares about. It's a consumer product. It works really well. Dog food, another thing, a very consumer product that when you're in that age demographic, your dogs could be like your pets and you want to give them the best product that they can. So those would be great videos too, or anything about dog training, for example, since that is more of an SSME video. And so when you look at the demographics for this particular one, majority of the target audience in Facebook identifies as female. And so that's why, again, I said the skincare, that's more of a female thing to care about. The dog food, that's definitely both. But many times in a household, the woman is the decision maker. And they're the ones that are going to say, we're going to buy this type of dog food. And so if your product does gear more towards women, Facebook is a great place to be for the B2C. It's also the third most visited website worldwide. And so although the popularity of Facebook is going down, it's not going down that fast. And so if you are a B2C company that does primarily target the 25 to 45-year-old woman, you do want to still stay on Facebook. And the types of videos that you want to post on Facebook are your short end stories. So those again are your vertically display 15 to 60-second videos, similar to your YouTube shorts and reels and TikTok. But you do also want to do larger videos. And so here is an actual blueprint from Meta of what they say you should be posting. You want to make sure that you have an actual video. A lot of people will try to cheat and they will show various photos in kind of a montage setting, maybe add some text and add some music. They actually don't quite count that as a video. They want you to do a video where you're talking in front of the camera or you're showing off products and it's a full-blown video. You can do episodic like videos. So maybe again, like in a series, you have, the different steps to your campaign. Those are great. And typically you want to actually have those videos be 3 minutes or longer. Facebook wants you to be on their pages longer. And so they do actually favor some of those longer end videos. You can live stream very easily on Facebook, and those should actually be maybe even 15 minutes to a half hour plus. You want to give people time to get onto the live stream and to access the live stream. And then once the live stream's complete, you can download it and chit chop and make little shorts and little stories out of that live stream. The shorter videos need to be for interesting moments, teasers, any big announcements, any very short commercials. And those can be, again, stories, and stories are those vertical videos. You want to design for the sound off. And also that's a note to take for LinkedIn too. Really every platform other than YouTube, you want to design for the sound off. And that means people can watch and enjoy and absorb the information in the video without the sound even on. And so the use of large text graphics is really good. You want to be able to get people's attention. You want to have people be able to read along, because they say actually about 80% of the people on platforms are scrolling and watching videos on silent before actually clicking on the video to fully watch it. And so you do want to make sure that you always design for the sound off. Some of the search engine optimization steps within the video media realm of Facebook is just having an accurate title. So you don't need to have a 70-character long title. You just need an accurate title. The description does not need to be 2,000 characters long. It just needs to be a general description about what the video is about, and then still provide call to action links, because again, we want to get people to that next step. The tags are going to be, again, not hashtags, but actual keywords and phrases. And you'll notice when you're putting your tags into your business suite that it's going to actually start showing recommendations of what it thinks you're trying to say. Those recommendations are attached to their AdWords. And so you want to make sure that you are leaning on those phrases because they're already cataloged by Facebook. And then again, you want eye-catching thumbnails. Although most of the videos that you're going to have watched on Facebook are going to be scrolled through and just auto-started, if someone does land onto your page and then clicks on the video tab, you want to make sure that they're eye-catching, that people do want to go ahead and see that full video because they see that it's a good-looking thumbnail. So it shows your professionalism. It shows it's going to answer a question they might have, and it shows who they're going to be listening to. Okay. So we're going to be moving along now. We're going to skip over TikTok. We're going to leave TikTok for last. And we're going to go down to Instagram, since Facebook does own Instagram. So we're keeping them together in the family. And when you look at Instagram, it started out as a young demographic. It didn't start out for teens. And just like any platform, it starts out for teens and then it gets older, just like the rest of us. And so when you look at Instagram, majority of that target audience is that 18 to 35-year-olds. And so, you're still looking at, people who are just getting out of college, people who are just starting families, maybe just starting to buy their first home. And it is primarily a B2C platform, but you'll notice that people do connect to businesses as well. And so you want to make sure that it's not just posting food. Excuse me. It is primarily a woman-dominated platform. So people who identify as women more so are on Instagram than men are. And 9 out of 10 users do follow a business account. And so again, this is a B2C platform. And so the face creams, the makeup people or, the skincare people, again, the dog example, even the pool example, anything that demographic would care about, you'd still want to post on Instagram. And the types of videos that you're going to want to post on Instagram are going to be those SSME videos. You're probably thinking I sound like a broken record with this, but SSME, search and subject matter expert videos, should be the majority of your video marketing campaigns. Because again, you're building trust. You're showing people that you know what you're talking about. Announcements, reviews, or short product promos. You don't want to go overly long. YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook. Those are the 3 platforms for longer end videos. Instagram, it's in the name, Insta. Let's keep it short. Let's give them some great content and then let them move along. And you'll see here when you look at your kind of dashboard of your profile, that little upper right-hand corner that shows off that it's a video. And so people do want to watch videos on Instagram. Videos are important for every platform because every algorithm actually favors a video post over a photo post or text post. And so if you're going to be posting social media, you might as well maximize your efforts and make sure that it is a video post. All right, now let's start talking about TikTok. So I feel like TikTok is like the #1 asked platform these days. And there's over 1 billion active users worldwide and over 150 million active users in the United States. When you look at the demographics, it is still mostly a younger demographic, but extremely quickly, it's getting older and older as people are catching on. The pandemic really helped grow TikTok. They say that us adults were already finished binge watching our favorite shows and movies, and we kind of ran out of content. And we looked to our kids, and some of us had kids who were already on TikTok. And then, just like every other platform, the parents then migrate over to where the kids are to see what they're doing and to see what the buzz is about. And so, yes, you're still looking at a fairly young platform, but it is getting higher. When you look at the target demographics or the demographics within TikTok, 61% identify as female. And so if you are looking at a younger demographic of females, again, that skincare, such a great industry to put in there. Another one of my clients that we work with is Tulsa Welding School. So that's a school that is trying to connect with people getting out of high school and what to do for college, for secondary school. That is a great place for them to live. They are killing it on TikTok. And as of September of 2022, so not even a year ago, users paid $914.4 million globally on the app. 40% of users have over an income of $100,000. And so although it might seem like a young demographic, maybe full of kids, these kids are families with some disposable money to buy things. And 67% of users say the app inspires them to shop. And so if you do have products that do fit within a female-minded 18 to 30-year-old demographic, you absolutely should be considering TikTok. And you absolutely would want to make sure that people can easily purchase things through your TikTok site. And there's looking for the vertical aspect ratio again. The highest performing videos are between 21 to 34 seconds long. And so you do want to make sure that they're short, they're to the point. Like I said, an SSME video that just gives someone one tip. We don't need to do 5 tips in this video. And adding captions increases the impressions. Again, just like with Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, you want to design for the sound off, because people will just be scrolling and moving through and see that video and actually decide to watch it. Now, I know a lot of people have been asking me, should I even start a TikTok account? Should I even be bothering posting to TikTok if they're going to be banning it? As of right now, this was an article from the New York Times, just, not even a month ago. They're starting to ban it on, government issued devices and things, which honestly makes sense. Like, you don't really necessarily want people in the government to just be like going on TikTok and having fun. But and there's some states that are trying to totally block TikTok. As you can see, Montana legislators are trying to completely block TikTok. But when you really think about it, like, we are already being tracked on our phones and in our search results, unless you're always using incognito. And so I personally would not worry about this. And really, I would suggest that if your target demographic is on TikTok, to just go ahead and use that tool while it's there, because it may not go away. It's very popular, and I know they're definitely working hard and, trying to make sure that there's a middle ground with that and that everyone can be happy. And so I would not worry about the potential ban of TikTok just yet. I've seen so many of my clients be ultra successful with getting, so many more impressions, links, likes, and even purchases. And so I would definitely suggest TikTok to be continued to use until it's completely gone. Like, that does happen. And, just take it as what it is with the whole, tracking of things, because everything is being tracked. But that's just my 2 cents on that. And the underlining thing is, don't worry about it. Just keep using it if it's beneficial to you. And then let's just talk a little bit about the fortune favors the bold. When you go live, you're going to get 10 times more engagement, and people will watch 3 times more of your video. Now, that's a little bit because the videos are longer, but the algorithms do favor live videos. Think about on your phone. How often are you told that someone just started a live video? All the time. It always notifies you whenever someone that you're following starts a live video. And that's because the algorithms favor live videos and almost give it like a little bit of a boost. And so you want to make sure that, you're doing live from time to time. If that's something you really want to get out there, if you really want to push something like an announcement or a product launch, plan to have a few series of live videos, because they're going to get more engagement, more views. And again, after that video is live, you could still download it, trim it up, and use it for multiple purposes. That's something I highly encourage people to do, is to maximize their efforts. There's no reason to recreate a bunch of content, but instead look at the long form content that you do have and how can you trim it up, re-edit it, change up the aspect ratios to then fit on the various different platforms and the various different ways that they like to see video. So some are easier than others to get started. Instagram and Facebook, you are ready to rock and roll. Just go ahead and swipe to the side and start your live. Go ahead and click on live video, put in a little title, and go live. Now, before you go live, I do suggest maybe doing like a little bit of a dress rehearsal, maybe do a little bit of practicing, especially if you're walking and talking, maybe walk the steps once or twice, because once you're live, it's live and you're out there. Whatever you say and do, it is what it is. But if you're getting nervous when I say that, ask yourself this: do you go out in public? Do you go to grocery stores? Do you go to the gas station? Do you interact with people on a daily basis, in a live daily basis? If the answer is yes, then you should take a deep breath and not be afraid to go live on video, because really it's the same thing. When you're looking at that lens, visualize your absolute favorite clients and customers, and make sure you put that smile on, and that's going to help you continue on. Because remember, you're truly live every single day. For YouTube, you do need to fully verify your account and then actually wait 24 hours and then use a third-party streaming system like OBS in order to actually go live. So that one's a little more technical. So if you're not tech savvy or you don't have someone tech savvy in your department or in your business, you may want to seek out for outside help like ourselves to help you go live on YouTube. At the moment, TikTok needs 1,000 followers in order to get eligible to go live. And then on LinkedIn, you can utilize this link, you can go live, but you do again need to have like a third-party streaming software like an OBS, for example, or a StreamYard, for example. And so again, if you're not tech savvy, maybe stay in the Instagram, the Facebook world, if that is where your demographic is. But if you're a B2B business and want to utilize the benefits of going live, well, it's either time to find someone in your team who is a little more tech savvy or who wants to learn how to use the system, or reach out to an organization like ourselves who can help you go live on LinkedIn. So my question now to you is, where are you going to be posting your videos? I want to see in the chat where people are going to be posting videos. And I want to talk a little bit about consistency, because people want to see consistent work. On a very bare minimum, you want to be posting at least once a week, but really daily is where it's at. Daily, if you're able to, you should be posting videos on these platforms, because as long as they're unique, and especially if they're the SSME, search and subject matter expert videos, it's truly going to help with your search results, with people actually seeing your content on the top of their walls. And people are going to want to stay tuned. They're going to want to stay connected with you because they know you're going to constantly put out good content. But really, stay consistent to what you can keep up with. And so I know for ourselves, I would love to be posting daily, but that's not always realistic. But at least once a week, we'll post to our YouTube channel. And so in order to stay ahead of your schedule, make sure you plan a production day. Put it in your calendar. It's not real unless it's written down. And so put it in your calendar, plan a production day, record at least 5 videos. That gives you a little over a month of content to work with. Then you can plan an optimization day and search engine optimization day and do all those SEO steps and then schedule your videos out. So that way you're not rushing the gun every single day that you want to post. You'll already have it scheduled, and then you can plan another production day so you're ahead of your schedule. So that concludes this bit of the portion. Now we're going to go into your Q&As and answer your questions. And I want to see where you're going to be posting. Yes, Angela, you are correct. You can also upload thumbnails in Instagram as well. The more you do custom thumbnails, it's going to attract people to click on your videos. Okay, so let's see here. A marketer once told me I should be posting a 3-to-1 ratio of personal versus professional videos. Personal videos are for audience to know, like, and trust before buying. So for every 3 personal videos, then create 1 professional video for your company. Your thoughts? So for me personally, I don't post personal videos. I don't at all, but I do post search and subject matter expert videos to teach people things. And that is still building trust, because yes, maybe through the sales cycle, people will learn about my 2 kids, my 2 cats, that I have a chicken, that I like to have a garden, but that's not necessarily my business. My business is video marketing. And so I do just want to help other people learn about video marketing. So really, instead of thinking the posting of 3-to-1 personal versus professional, think 3-to-1 of value versus sale. You want to definitely go heavier on the value and the education. And then in that, it will show a little bit of who you are. It's going to get people to know your demeanor and get people to know how you speak and how you work. And you can sprinkle in some of those personal aspects. I know my cats have definitely made an appearance on some of those videos. And then maybe just do 1 video that's an actually like sales video that's telling people, you know, buy this because of XYZ reasons. And so if you want to go personal, you can, but you don't have to. Instead, think of it as value, 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 sale, which is still a value, because selling is really sharing and really helping people find a solution. But just don't go heavy on commercials and sales and why people should purchase your product. How does a bit.ly link work? So bit.ly links, just bit.ly, is a site that you can use where you basically just simply post your long URL. Like, let's say you wanted to post to a particular blog. Those URLs can get crazy long, because it'd be like financialpotion.com/blog/title of the blog /da. It's super long. And so just go into bit.ly, paste that long URL, and then it's going to spit out a shorter URL. And you can even customize the URL if you want. So if you want just to be like financial or FP video /blog1, it can be something very short and custom. To keep some of the trackability and to keep them active for a long time, you may want to consider purchasing an account for bit.ly. But it's a great site. It's a great solution to have in order to create those short, attractive looking URLs. All right, I have a green screen, which works great in Zoom, which I currently have too. That's why you're able to see me move my hands, they don't disappear. But if I'm doing a short, it'll be recorded on my phone rather than a laptop. Is there a setting or app to use to easily record on a phone with a green screen? So I know like TikTok actually does a really decent job with eliminating the background, but another thing you can keep in mind is you don't have to do the video on the platform. And so we post to stories and reels, and we do TikTok, and all of those videos were done outside of the platform. And so you can totally create a video even on Zoom if it's something you're comfortable with, if you already have a nice background, and then just edit it down to fit onto those different platforms. Okay. In case of Navajo Nation TV and film, we produce content for the Navajo Nation TV5, but also for YouTube and Facebook. In this case, would you recommend marketing our production? Keep it on YouTube, Facebook, market on our website. All three, all the above. Again, YouTube and Facebook are in competition with each other, so you don't want to share one from the other. So instead, upload and fully search engine optimize your video on YouTube, and then upload and do all of their searchability steps on Facebook. And then use either that private embed code on YouTube or directly upload your video to your website in order to have it in all three spaces. You definitely want to just maximize your efforts. And if your target demographics are in all three spaces, you want your content to be in all three spaces. I see Robert signed on. I see we have 2 minutes. So I'm going to try to go a little faster. I'm going to bring out my East Coast speed.
We're good on the next two questions. There's a third question down there. Can you just move to your contact information slide and leave that posted while you answer the next two questions?
Excellent. Yes, please take note of my contact information. If you go to our website, there's actually a link to schedule a complimentary strategy session. I do provide a half-hour strategy session where we can talk about you, your business, and your strategies in order to help you reach your goals faster using video marketing. So now, how long should an explainer video on a website be? So you do have the ability to go a little longer form on your website because you already have a captivated audience. They're already there on your site for a reason. But still, you want to be shorter, the better, because people are wanting to move along. And so 1 minute to 3 minute max is what I would suggest, unless your product or service truly does need a longer time to fully explain. Because the idea of the explainer videos is to give people all the information they need to have the confidence to buy. And so if your product is that confusing where it truly does need 5 minutes, that's okay for your website because they're already captivated. They're already on your site. They want to invest. They want to learn more. And so you can get away with going longer, but if you can keep it intimate, even better. Oh, great question. I love this question. Should and can you remove outdated videos? Now, for YouTube, I'm going to talk about this for YouTube. You absolutely never want to fully delete a video. You would want to set it as private because when you delete a video, it actually deletes like all that data, view history, and everything from that video. And you want to keep all that, especially when it comes to YouTube. They want to see like channel maturity, and they want to see that you've been on it long enough to get, again, those certain milestones to then be able to add links to your videos. And so never, ever actually delete an outdated video. Just go ahead and set it to private. For your other platforms, I still wouldn't suggest deleting it because it still shows history. If anything, just produce more content, bury it. The more that you create more content, it's just going to get buried at the bottom, and people will understand that you've gotten better from year 1 to year 3. And so that's totally fine. I never fully delete an outdated video. All right, that covers the questions in there.
So I want to do one last thing, Taylor. If you could stop sharing for a moment, I'm going to share
Yes,
my
of course.
screen. For all those that stuck around, I want to show you where you can find Taylor's previous videos she's done with it. So on our bootcamp webpage, if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll have our content library, select marketing for growth, and hit view more webinars. And these will be all the marketing related, but you can find them right in here. And as you scroll down, you're going to look for Financial Potion. And we've got one right here, how to produce quality marketing videos. I'm going to scroll down a little further. And we've got, where's it at? No, right below that right here, YouTube search engine optimization. And right here's another one. 3 types of videos every business should be producing. And there's more. Taylor's, again, like she said, she's done a bunch for us on here. And so we appreciate her being on here. But you can find those in the content library. You can access them at any time. There's a lot of great information. So this was also great updates. Appreciate it, Taylor. There's some updates in this from previous ones. So thank you. And all those that participated, thank you for being here. We hope to see you next week. But until then, have a great week and enjoy this nice, wonderful, warm weather we're getting.
Thank you all again. Appreciate you.
Bye.